Gary, a difficult afternoon. What have you said to the players after the game?
Probably a bit calmer than what I said at half time. So I think after the game, you're just trying to be fair. You're trying to give an honest appraisal of what you've seen. I don't think that, if we're going to play and start the game at somewhere like Newcastle, you have to get close to them. You have to go and not be passive. You have to be a bit more aggressive. You have to certainly defend as a team much, much better. And at times, first half in particular, I just felt we just let people run past us. We let people win the battles. And it was all of those types of things that were the issue for us. The goals were particularly poor. The first one's a cross in the box. It's a good ball in, but we've got to get closer to the cross, stop the cross. We let Gale drift off us too easily. It was Morrow was marking him. Second one, Shea takes far too long on the ball, and we end up conceding. It's a deflection in the goal, but just wrong foots our defenders, so a little bit fortuitous for Newcastle. But in truth, it was the one positive at half time. We were only 2-0 down, because it could have really been 4 or 5. So, and then when we did get opportunities to break forward and to get into spaces, we didn't play those balls early enough to get us out with enough quality. But when we did get out, we were wasteful in possession, and every attack kind of fizzled out a little bit. So very, very disappointed. But you have to hand it to Newcastle, are probably the best team I've seen in the Championship. Well, we got a lesson today. We got a football lesson. We got how you run as a team and how you run as an individual lesson. I would imagine their physical stats would be much higher than our physical stats. So we've got to get back to what we do best, and what we do best is working incredibly hard, playing with a real humility about the way we play. And the team I picked today, I picked a team that I felt would be able to keep the ball a little bit better at times. We didn't do that, and then I think we suffered for perhaps a lack of athleticism in the team and a lack of strength in the team at times. Second half, I thought we were better. I thought Michael and Dukey made a little bit of a difference coming onto the pitch, and they'll certainly be in with a good chance of starting on Tuesday. And I thought young Corey was a positive, to get another 19-year-old on the pitch for his debut, for his league debut. And he also had a really, really good chance as well, didn't he? If he'd have only took the chance, he could have, I won't say make himself a hero. I don't think to score at 4-1 or 3-0 or whatever would have perhaps gave him that status, but certainly would have been a very, very positive start for the young lad to get there.
And positive as well, Josh Cogley, another competent 90 minutes as well.
Yeah, again, we've got to be mindful as well. Not only are we playing against probably what I would say is the best side I've seen in the Championship, at probably the most intimidating place to play in terms of the size and the amount of fans here for some of the players. But we've also got some key players missing, haven't we? And again, I'm not going to stand here and make excuses, because I think today against our very best team we could put out, we'd have still struggled if we'd have played like that. But Jonathan Spector's not available. Dave Davis is not available. Diego was ruled out on Thursday, disappointingly, because I was hoping he would be available. We might well have started him. Jacques Magoma not available. So again, we have to also be mindful of the fact we are missing some key players, and certainly coming here, you need to be at full strength and at full pace in terms of the way you play.
Looking ahead to Tuesday, how big is that game against Ipswich at home?
Well, it's a huge game. I mean, every game's a huge game, but certainly the fact that we've been poor in the last home game and poor in this game, both times the opposition have done far more than us to win the game. So that's what football's about. If you don't work hard enough and then you don't show any quality, then you're going to lose games of football. So, but that's only 5 that we've lost all season, and there'll be a lot of teams that come away from a place like this and have lost a game at Newcastle. But we've certainly got to improve our performance level, and it needs to start pretty quick.
A quick word for the fans as well. They're excellent, weren't they? All 3,200.
Oh, brilliant! I said it before the game. It was amazing following. Right at the start of the game, I think they were almost out singing Newcastle at one point, and it was brilliant. And it's a shame. I know it's a day out that they probably wouldn't get that often recently, playing at somewhere like Newcastle. But it's a shame it only became a day out for the fans, because there wasn't really that much to cheer about in terms of performance. So we can only apologise to those fans that have travelled all this way. They were brilliant, and in some ways I could say that, you know, one or two of the players perhaps needed to show that same level of passion on the pitch, you know, that the fans have showed.